Dude, that's brutal. Kyoshi, hurry! You can still make it, Kyoshi. You can still make it. It's fine. You'll make it in. There's a Q1. God, it feels good to not be the only person who's ever done that now. Like, I'm sorry that happened to you or whatever, but this is great for me. Mm-hmm. He's in our matchup just on the wrong team. Dude, honestly, fight against us. If you got like Ubu and Heck and all those guys, this should be a good fight. Make sure you spy on all of them before you come back to our team. It's not BM or anything at all. Kyoshi forgot to change his team for reset. Oops. Back from Walgreens? Oh, you know what? Let me mute phone. I don't want you guys thinking that you're getting texts when it's me. Yes. Let's see, what do I want for Walgreens? If the Coke Zeros are still 2 for 5, grab those. And then if you see anything else small that I would like, go for it. Twix, Cat, etc. I am close to calorie budget for the day. Can I send you build for barrier? Yes, I can. I hate this. What? It's probably what we should still be running. Is that true? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's still fine. This is gonna change on the 8th, but... Dude, we're gonna have a ton of stuff to fight then. We got Rar, DD, Heck, Uwu. Good reset. I'm pulling the raid over. What's wrong? Okay. I need oil. Which is here now? I don't want concentration. I want the... What's the healing? Is it the drumsticks? It is the drumsticks. Who is Jarvan? Oh, in TeamSpeak? Dude, that's Jarvan. It says right there. He's in Rise. That's Rise Jarvan. Yeah, it's him. He's spying on our comms, man. It's crazy. The Boyd would never do that. First of all, I don't think Boyd ever joins comms, and second, I think he'd just not think to do that. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'm not giving him enough credit. Commander, I'm killing the Minotaurs for luck. Hold on, I just gotta kill these Minotaurs. Scavenger Bag Might. It's technically blood, but it's not really blood. I got hooves from the Minotaurs commander. It's a bad omen. We are not blessed. It's gonna be an uphill battle to win this first fight then. How do they make it to, how do they make it there so fast? They're so speedy. It also flipped to red. It's, oh, that's RAR. Okay. RAR Ubu DD. That's gonna be fat as shit. That's RAR, Uwu, and DD. His claims on that tower, so that's going to be enormous. Yeah, I know, but they've got 2 other guilds with him. That's the problem. This DD also runs 30, and Uwu also runs 30. There's like 90 people in that tower, probably. What rune? What relic do you mean? Atrocity is probably not correct. In fact, is this gear set? This gear set isn't even. I should be here. And it should be flock. Rune and relic. Runes should be runes should be mercy or stars. Relic is flock or Ceres. There's a bit of flexibility. I still don't love this though. I'm probably going to change this because I actually like scepter here, and I like sword, and then this needs to be energy, and I need to set stats on selling. Nightfall on you. Ooh, that's gonna be really hot. I need a stun break here. Yeah, that's hot as shit. I'll breach like here, just to make some space between us. We need to do some gap closing here. And then we just need to dodge anywhere to get out of the way. Nightfall left, circle. You have Wells 5, by the way. I need to not be there. Wells up, Wells up, Wells up. Wells down. I'll pull here. Who knows it? Right, rip some stab. And then I'll rip some more stab. And then I'll rip some more stab. I don't dare launch a sword 5 here. The last thing I need right now is a reflect. Nightfall on us, Nightfall. They're gonna overpush into this. We're gonna get people here. Yep, there they are. You have Wells 10. They're pulling off. You give up? No, holy cow. They baited me. You have Wells up, you have Wells. Wells down. Breaching. This should shatter them. Having Wells and Breach up is not going to be something that can sustain this deep into the fight. Yeah, there we go. I was never scared, man. It's an easy fight. Holy. We're gonna have good content tonight. Alright, let's fix what's going on in here, because I don't actually... This is Minstrel Butts. This is all wrong. Hold on. This entire thing should be Celestial. You should be here. Stars is fine. I can't change the scepter. It's not legendary. We're just kind of stuck with it. This can be Celestial. All of these should be Celestial. And you. I don't Well, I don't have any other barrier in party, so I probably should stick on Flock. If I had like a Scrapper or a Chrono or a Renegade with like a Scepter or something like that, I feel like Flock would probably be overkill. So I could run something like Ceres for the extra boon removal, but if I'm going to be the only barrier provider in the party, then I'm going to stick with that. What is this? What are you doing? Get back here. Oh, good blink. These are not people who are capable of fighting a group that's this big. Get him out of here. Good defense. Green is what? Green is Moogaloo? Oh, we finally don't have Mag in the matchup. Who's on Moogaloo these days anyway? Let me go check. Using the NA Alliance's Discord. Team directory. Moogaloo. That is Data, which is the Grim Alliance. It's Dose, which is Knight and RX. It's Osha, which is Heck and Cube, and it's Ska, which is BQ, DFC, HCH. Okay. Oh, it's also Punk. Punk is also in. Okay. I don't know that there's going to be a ton of groups that are really fight heavy in that. There's definitely groups that like can fight reasonably well, but I don't really think there's any like top flight fight groups. Respectfully. Get in here. Oh! Good sunbreaks though. Breaching. I think it went off. It did go off. Well, also Nightfall here. I'm going without him. Give more barrier for your party. I don't really have anything here. I'm glad to have pull. That's something. Got 1, 2. You have Wells 5, Ruthless. Wells in front. Interrupted. Wells on me now. Yeah, Wells on you now. Nah. When you called Wells, there were a lot of corrupts and interrupts that went out that might have pulled people off the head. I'm just completely at the mercy of my group for that kind of thing. Alright. Toughness or healing for infusion? Healing if you got them, but not super necessary. Also for wrench. These if you have them. Basically stack healing wherever you can find it. Stack healing power. Not outgoing healing. Wherever you can find it, basically. Bigger barrier. Also, we gotta fix this transmog. This transmog is hideous. You wanna just randomize it? We're good. Randomize. That's horrible. That's horrible. I don't mind that headpiece, but I can also hide my +3 transmutation charges. Oh no. Alright, we're gonna have to go with this, even though, well, it looks okay without the helm. Walk into my shades, please. Tried. Now we barrier. This is a big push. Wells. Beautiful conversion. Now, next time they push, I would really like to get into Nightfall. I'm just going to send it now, because I need to swap anyway. That's going to be largely wasted, but that's okay. Breaching, pulling. Yeah, they kited out of that really well. They're still going to walk into it, though. Alright, I need to get back to Greatsword now. Pull them into us. Just gonna grind here. You have wells up. Well circle, well circle, well circle. Should get a ton of people out of that. Yeah, here they all are. My wells did that. I can't get to you. No stab, no stab, no stab. Not bad, not bad. Hello. Look at you in this dapper coat.
Sweetie.
Thank you.
Just hiding the fact that I went to the store in pajamas.
It happens. Thank you. I've got one in the fridge that I'll have first, but these are just going to be for like over the weekend. Might as well stock up so we don't have to take the trip later. What you got going on for the rest of the night? Oh, okay. It's only 10. It's also the weekend, so if you want a bedrock, go off. But we'll come say hi after I'm done with stream. But also, because it is weekend, I am going to continue after down the road. So I will come say brief hello. We're still awake. Probably gonna go another hour. That sound good? Let's go catch back up to Teg. Yeah, we got Twix bars. That was the snack that was selected by my wife. Which is pog. I'll say that I'll probably have like one. Because they're what? Serving size is 2 cookies and they're $2.50 a pop. That's perfect. I'm gonna have one. That's like exactly how many calories I have left to eat. Let me just catch up to my tag quick. They're not going to give you the top. That's an interesting move. We've got all of our staff. You're not going to be able to pull us out there. He's going to try and pull here again. That's a little laggy. I think we're fine though. Nightfall on us. It's getting really hot. We just have to win this rally war, fundamentally. Pull isn't going to do anything but remove stab. Yeah, we're gonna wipe here. That's too many dead. That's an ambitious drop. Late T-gang? Dude, that's Friday, man. I'm just, like, grabbing whatever's clean in my drawer. the laundry is still mostly downstairs. I haven't brought it up. How you doing, the beneath? You guys like this rapper ASMR? You're gonna love this then. Oh my god, the noise gate kills it. You can't hear me chewing. Now you can. I was gotta get close enough. Dude, this noise gate is a whole new meta. I can eat on stream. I can run my fan on stream. The quality of life goes crazy. Graves outside. I tagged Graves, I'm coming to tag. I don't want them to drop on me here. Ten seconds on GS5. 5 seconds on GS5. I'm going for it. Good spear. Good spearing. Good spear. I know what spear looks like now because I've been leveling on Firebrand. I should not be in Greatsword. I should not be stripping the head. That's BM. Give me another target. Big barrier here. Reaching. I'm really missing the Scepter 3 there, but I would much rather get the Nightfall down to double down on the breach. You have Wells 10, Ruthless? Wells 10. I got a kite for a bit. Wells 5. Wells up. Breach 40. Close. Kite off. Pulling over the wall. Immunes. They're gonna drop? They veil. They're gonna drop on the tail. They're gonna be back there. Killed a bunch of randoms, but we're fine. Now they've got the bridge though. Now they're coming up. I don't have stab. I need to be careful. Now I have stab. I'm fine. Here. You have both wells and reach. Nice to be playing Necro again, man. I love Necro. Been doing a lot of Firebrand lately, a lot of Tempest lately. Let's just do random screw trips. Good road. You have stab. Coming around right. Possibly just to kill green. Pulling. Got one. I have been pulled. Ooh, that's nice. That's IOL. They veiled. I'm just gonna dodge into it. We have one shade here. We have a nightfall here. It's 3 shades. Wow, that is people just falling over. Breaching here, breaching. Get out of Greatsword. You're out of stuff that's meaningful to do in that. Get me off this corner. I'm gonna die. Goodbye. I got stuck on that corner for a half second too long. But I don't think we necessarily did anything wrong. We just have people who are failing to dodge in the tail. And I don't think it's people in my party either. Like, I don't see fat party bars in downstate. If it was people from our party, that would be like, I could try and give barrier more proactively, but it looks like we're mostly making it through. So, I don't think I really need to have a ton of adjustment. At the same time, barrier isn't like gonna prevent you from getting spiked. It's gonna help you not get spiked, but it's not a substitute for dodging anyway. So even if it was in my party, like if you're dying on the first engage, on the very first push, there's some personal accountability stuff that you gotta work on before you start looking at your supports and being like, hello. Yeah, Punk is on green. Hello. I'm getting picked in the tail. I felt like, oh my god, okay, never mind. Ruthless, are you still there? Okay. That's just partner on partner violence. Shout out to Angry Zorik, who I assume is in there. I still gotta be further away. Red is still too close. He just Angry Zorik? I'll check after this. I've been pulled in. I've been pulled in again. Hi, Yumi. I just need to get safe anywhere. Dude, they knew that well, they probably knew that they couldn't kill me. What do you mean both? I got pulled twice. What do you want me to do about it? I have one stun break. I did everything I could to survive. It was pressing one button and dodging, and then weapon swapping and dodging. Also, I probably should put Energy Sigil in this Greatsword. Concentration does not. Get out of order. Get onto equipment. Don't get pulled. I'll try him. There. They're gonna kite this off a little bit and then push, and that's when we hit them. Oh, yeah. Now this time, make sure you actually use your Scepter 3. And then weapon swap. That was my party, but they're a million miles off tag. I can give you some barrier here, just to give you a little bit of padding. Wells 10, Ruthless Wells 10. I'm too far ahead. I'm gonna wait for these to come back. Yeah, Wells. They're gonna try and grind here? That's fine. I can just bunker here. Nightfall here, Nightfall. Much cleaner. Much cleaner. For me. Alright. What is Zoric's Twitch? Or is it just Angry Zoric? It is. So, Angry Zoric is the guild leader for Cube, the Salt Cube Factory that's here on the map as well. Fellow ArenaNet partner, fellow Twitch streamer. Give him a look. Nice guy. He definitely pin snipes fellow ArenaNet partners, but it's all fans. We just have a good time playing video games. You know how it is. I'm like it. Gotta get in that portal. I should probably be pulling around that. So. What is this new icon on Twitch? Oh, Noct asked to collaborate. I see. Interesting. I didn't know that was a Twitch feature. Follow him afterward. I'm gonna hold this so that I can Nightfall, and then we'll get into Scepter. What's up, Zash? How you doing? Holding breach. Not fast enough to cancel. That sucks. Dwell's 10. Got baited. Yeah, Wells up. Wells in front. Uh-oh. 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 This is a problem. Nightfall on us. Nightfall, Nightfall, Nightfall. That would have been a good time for breach. Nightfall's like mini breach, but it's not going to be good enough in that spot. But also, we're bleeding people off on like the first couple of clashes, and we need to tighten that up. I'm fine on class. I don't think I need to change it. Hey, there's not a ton of levers we can really pull for Condi Cleanse anyway. Because it's all tied to our barrier, and we want to be giving out barrier. Well, I was gonna say for initial engage, but also we just kind of want to be hitting barrier. keep health bars topped up every single time we're danger close. Enemy players 82. Damn, Mars big. Crazy. I've previously been told that that's a positioning issue, so if you find yourself being pulled, you should just not do that. Dude, I didn't get pulled that fight. I was a good boy. GS5, not really wanting to work very well. Ooh, good pull. They're gonna be going. My commander's not going there. I have to stand. I have to be a good boy. I have to earn my good boy points. You know what? Is it Alt-Shift-T? Yeah, yes. It's Alt-Shift-T, but I forgot I need to close Zoom first. Hang on. Zoom, exit. Alt-Shift-T. Give me one more area. That window. I'm gonna put you right here. I want to rename you. Which I'm pretty sure I can do. Show name in options. Nope, that's not where you rename it. There's a way to do this. At any rate, the width needs to be half this. Like 200. And then I also only wanted to show like 3 people. Max display. 3. Now, for stats, distance to tag. Yes. And then if I can just find a way to rename this to Shamebox, I'm feeling great. What is the difference between the two? Oh, current fight and normalized stats. Keep it on current fight. Current fight this time. What do I think about the balance patch? I think that the Selly change is going to be really interesting. I have been an advocate for getting rid of concentration and expertise on Selly. Really just concentration is the issue. My common stream take has been that you should not be able to achieve 100% boon duration while using Celestial and getting every single other stat. Because otherwise there's no reason to use any other stat that gives Celestial, or concentration really. So I'm happy to see that change. As far as the transfuse change goes, I don't know. Transfuse is such a hard one, man. Like, I love... Transfuse probably has more skill expression than any other skill in the game. And I have always been an advocate of skill expression. Like, when the difference between a good player and a bad player is high, based on how they choose to use skills, that's positive. Because it allows for a bigger difference between good players and bad players. But I think the biggest issue that Transfuse had was that when players who were good at Transfuse used it, and when you stacked it, it was too good. So, like, it was good for skill expression, but at the top end of skill expression, and especially when you had, like, 6, 7, 8 transfuses, it was too powerful the way that it was. And you can't balance your way out of that by increasing the cooldown, because you can just stack it, right? Like, if you increase the transfuse cooldown to 180 seconds, it doesn't matter, because you still have access, like, 7, 8, 9 transfuses. You have to change something else about the way the transfuse works. And I guess the two directions that they could have taken were either, like, one, it repositions downs, but no longer heals them, or two, it heals them but doesn't move them. And they ended up taking the choice of moving downs as too powerful. So yeah, I mean, it's unfair in the grand scheme of group play when you're really good at it. I loved the fact that Transfuse was one of the few skills in the game that actively hurts your group if you use it poorly. Like, if you hurt your group by not using a skill, fine. Like, if you're on Firebrand and you just don't press stab, your party suffers as a result. That's neat. But that's not skill expression. Skill expression is if you choose to use a skill poorly, how bad is it? Like, if you use it at the wrong time or in the wrong place, what are the consequences? And Transfuse was one of the few skills in the game where if you used it in the wrong place, it was actually worse than just choosing to not use it at all. And I thought that was super interesting. But when you're really good at it, it is very unfair to just be able to siphon downs directly back into your stack. So I think it's a good change, but it makes me sad at the same time, because I genuinely enjoyed existing in the meta. And then, I don't know, did they really change any... Oh, extirpate? Extirpate doesn't extirpate anymore, so there's like zero reason to use Necrospear. I maintain that if you stacked extirpate, it would have been absolutely busted. I'm not familiar with any groups that actually did it, so I was kind of surprised to see them nerf it proactively. Like, I don't know, I didn't know a single open field group that was stacking extirpate, but I can almost guarantee you that if there was an open field group stacking extirpate, it would have been gross. So that's a hard one. And then everything besides that just kind of looked like minor buffs. Like the Tempest buffs are kind of neat. I don't think they're going to make it better than Scrapper. And I also don't think adding Stab to Rebound really does much of anything at all. But it's a couple minor tweaks that will probably end up being useful to make Tempest a slightly better option for group support, even if it's not necessarily going to replace Scrapper, which I think is like the best option for secondary support full stop right now. It's just bad at large scale and you couldn't stay in melee for long enough. Yeah, you have to be able to grind in melee with it to extract value from it. That was the other. I mean, a lot of the skills on Spear are really tight in melee. I don't mean like they're melee skills. I mean like you gotta be standing on top of someone to extract value out of them. There's a difference between a skill that's like 300. That's a melee skill. But a bunch of those Spear skills were like, what, 180? That's very tight. Hold on, I have to fight Rar quick. Give me one more Scepter here. I've been pulled in. That's on me, honestly. Yoink. Well, it's 15. I don't remember anything else super substantial being in the balance patch, though. But I'll have to reread it. Transfuse made PvE counters so trivial. Yeah, that's the other thing, is like, you know, we're a world versus world channel, so I don't really comment a lot on PvE balance necessarily, but Transfuse definitely had a unique role that it fulfilled in PvE. And I don't know how to feel about that. Because, like, I don't know. This is gonna sound like this is an extremely world versus world take, and I acknowledge that in advance, and I apologize for it in advance, but like, PvE is not a competitive game mode, so who really cares? Like, yeah, it's a powerful mechanic, but like, what's the problem? Who cares? Isn't the point to have powerful mechanics? I don't know. This is not my area of expertise. Tempest without barrier or anything that makes Trapper so great won't cut it. Well, so here's the thing, because I'm thinking about getting some footage together for a Tempest video. Tempest is not as good as Scrapper per party. There's almost no situation where if you have 5 secondary support slots to fill in your group, you're going to take Tempest over Scrapper. However, I think that Tempest offers some relatively unique things that are powerful if you run it as something like a one-off. In particular, you have Shocking Aura access in Dagger Dagger. You have Rebound, which is like a unique-ish cheat death effect, and then you also have what I think is probably the best res utility in the game after Transfuse gets nerfed with Glyph of Renewal. You don't need to stack Tempest to get access to those things. You just need one Tempest hanging out, vibing, transmuting lightning auras, and using Glyph of Renewal when it's good. So, like, is a 5 Scrapper squad better than a 5 Tempest squad? Yeah, absolutely. But is a 5 Scrapper squad better than a 4 Scrapper 1 Tempest squad? I don't know. I think it's closer. I think once you get to the point where you're starting to count for 25 plus, you can start to include things that are powerful as one-ofs and be able to extract value from them. And I think Tempest occupies that role. Because it's not like it's a major loss on healing and Condi Cleanse either. In terms of just raw healing output, it's behind Scrapper, but not that far behind Scrapper. The biggest limitation is just that it doesn't bring barrier. But you can have other barrier sources in a party. The biggest question that I have about the balance notes for October 8 is whether people are even going to run Scourge at all after Transfuse gets nerfed. Yeah, Search and Rescue is another one that you might see people using to replace that Transfuse niche. But also, can't you just get access to Spirit of Nature on Druid? I don't know. Hey, the other thing, and this is... I think it was Quesadilla that was telling me that I was crazy for thinking that... Holy cow, they're close. Goodbye. I've seen people testing Heal Alack Mechanist. And I think a lot of people are under the assumption that Heal Alack Mech is a replacement for something like Scrapper, because it also brings barrier. I don't think it's a replacement for Scrapper, man. I think it's a replacement for Renegade. I think now that Selly Firebrand is dead, the cover boons that you get out of Renegade using roads becomes a lot worse, because you'll go back to Minstrel Firebrand using Indomitable Courage and Hallowed Ground. So you have way more stability access on your Firebrand. And then you don't need the roads as much, which means that you can start to think about replacing some of the things that Selly Renegade does, which is Alacrity and Boon Removal. So if you use the Mechanist to replace the Alacrity, you also get a source of barrier, which means that a barrier source on your secondary support isn't as important. And then you could start to think about running things that have better raw healing output that are lacking the barrier that the support Scrapper kit has. Like, I don't know, Heal Vindy. Or something like, well, not necessarily something like Tempest, but Tempest starts a little more favorable. Is Selly Firebrand dead? I think Selly Firebrand is dead. And I think Selly Firebrand being dead is a great example of why Selly statting was so easy. I don't think that Burn Firebrand is dead. I don't think necessarily that Selly Firebrand build is even dead. However, the fact that you can't give out 11 seconds of stability anymore unless you actively stat into something that has boon duration is good. And then if you want to stat into boon duration, you necessarily have to give up either a power damage component, which is going to hurt your Shattered Aegis, or you have to give up your Condi damage component, which is going to hurt your burning. So I don't necessarily think that the hybrid Firebrand build is dead. I do not think the hybrid Firebrand build will leave Ellie. And if it does, it really, like, can't be trusted as a stability source. Boon duration that important for a class providing stab when brutality exists? 100%. Because brutality only triggers like every second, and it only removes one stab. It doesn't take away the whole stack. Like, brutality is good, but brutality does not negate the existence of stability in world. It's not that good. Not the only boon rip and corrupt in large scale. It's not, but it is the only boon rip corrupt that targets stability specifically. So all the other boon ripped and corrupt that exists still has to go through cover boons. You still have to worry about punching through Aegis, you still have to worry about punching through Might, you still have to worry about punching through Swiftness, all the other garbage that people stack on top of Stab and Resistance. You still gotta figure that out. And, like, I know that you and I have a slightly different texture of fights, where, you know, you guys are playing competitively more often than I'm playing competitively, but at least when I'll look at my logs after playing Firebrand, it's not uncommon for me to see the stab duration from Stand Your Ground exceed 5 seconds. Sometimes, yeah, you press stab and it gets corrupted immediately and there's nothing you can do about that. But then other times, you'll drop Stand Your Ground, and Stand Your Ground will last for like 9 seconds before it finally goes away. And if you're not running concentration, you're not going to get that anymore because it's going to cap out at 5. You're taking concentration for those times that enemy boon rip isn't able to reach your stability, and it just sits there and it ticks, and everyone else in your party is looking at their boon bar and going, man, they still have stability, I don't have to press my buttons yet. Now, do all players do that? Not really, but still. I think when you're comping, you comp around ideal to some extent. And ideal is definitely that you plunk cover boons on people and it keeps your stability from getting removed. Even if that doesn't necessarily always happen in practice, it's the way that it should go a lot of the time. Also, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying, I'm a good boy. I'm not gonna take this, oh, Chef is always off tag and that's why he gets pulled slander. Because I'm looking at the data. And the data says that I'm not one of the 3 worst players in the squad. How do I rename you? Title bar. Yes! Shame box. No, don't show me distance to tag. I just want to call it shame box. Display title bar. Do not show default title. Okay, it's working. It's working. Now, display. Max displayed. 30. Shame box. I love it. Yeah, but honestly though, like one of the problems with roads is that roads pull the stab out of hover. Like you're obviously still going to bang roads because applying pulsing stability is crazy strong. But it also does kind of negate the importance of cover boons at all. Because it's always going to get pulled to the front of the boon queue anyway. I don't know. We'll see. I think there is definitely going to be a lot of shifts in the meta on the 8th. I don't necessarily know how those are going to shake out, because I think they're relatively unintuitive changes that are getting made, but are still going to have a really big impact. It reminds me of the patch that nerfed Alacrity, where it was like one line, but it was one line that changed a lot of the mechanics of a typical world versus world comp, and made it difficult to tell how things were going to shake out as a result. Am I gonna drop? You dropping? Oh yeah, I think people are gonna try and test a ton of bad builds. But that's the fun of balance builds, is that you get to see people testing shit out. And sometimes builds that sound like they should be bad on paper, for example, heal Alac Mechanist, actually wind up being pretty good. And it's like, you wouldn't know unless you actually tried to run it, because on paper, Mechanist has been a meme in World vs. World since it got introduced. It's a pet class, for God's sake. It's a pet class and your Alacrity is attached to your pet. Like, on paper, that should be a horrendous build. It should not work at all. And yeah, it appears to be kind of real. There's a lot of arc DPS overlays that we've got. I think I might need to move some. Like, what if we shorten this up? We go down to like 5. Because I don't need to see everyone's downs contribution, and it also doesn't need to be this big. And then I can just move you like over here. Damage, I do want to see 10 people, but you also don't need to be that big. Okay, you do, never mind. That'll work. Nova's getting farmed so badly on blue that Grim whispered me to ask if we had tags there. I don't know what's going on blue right now, but it doesn't sound like a good time for him. This... I don't know. You only need to be 5. It's just the arc overlays are taking up a lot of on-screen real estate. No, you also need 400. Don't roll on me. Actually, you don't. What's damage? Damage is 300. Is that any better? I don't know. Maybe. I do love the Shane box right now, though. It's been a long time since we talked about raid snacks, man. I miss Patrick. Hope he's doing well. I've been loving a good, like, cheese and fruit lately. I got some very good peaches and plums from the grocery store today. But I had that before raid even started because I was excited about it. Did you sound any less interested, Ruthless? The hell? I know. Oh, don't worry. I'll repeat it for you. Yeah, no, I'll repeat it to you again so you can hear it. No. Fruit's a great race. Although I was getting shit yesterday for referring to the outer covering of an apple as the wrapper rather than the skin. No, it's not. It's I guess it could be a shell, but like shells are hard and apple wrappers are soft. Yeah, it's food. It comes in a wrapper. Yeah, the apple wrapper. The outer part of the apple. I'll do it. I'll do the hard task. I was hazing on the wall. I was doing my part, but you hook up your Cheeto keyboard and open a bag of cheese. Say more about this Cheeto keyboard, him? Like a brand deal? Oh, I'm off tag. I should get back to my tag. Okay, my tag is going to Lord's Room now. What do you think, Zash? What kind of comps are you guys thinking of? If you're willing to share. What's the stuff you're going to be testing on the 8th to see how it is? Also, do you think groups are still going to keep running quad support? Or do you think they're going to go back down to triple support? Because part of the appeal of being able to run quad support was that 3 of your supports could run Selly and generate some damage. They weren't necessarily contributing spikes outside of Selly Firebrand, which actually kind of had a legitimate damage spike. But it was still a lot of like incidental damage, and that's going to be going away unless you continue to actually stat for it, which then involves getting rid of other stats. Power China comp. So what, like ECSU Hollow, Berserker / Base Warrior, and then I guess like Selly Firebrand, Scrapper, Mechanist, the Renegade if you're gonna run quad support, or Selly Firebrand, Scrapper, Mechanist, or Renegade if you're gonna go triple. I feel like you definitely still need Barrier. I don't think Barrier's ever going to go away. Or support 1 DP. Okay, so still Bunker, you think? I do think that all of the groups in EU that run 50 kind of favor that Bunker style. I think Force support is just the best way to play the game when you have 50 people. But NA doesn't really get to 50 that often. So they've got a little bit more room for build flexibility. Like, these fights tonight are 50v50, but they're 50v50 across, like, 3 separate guilds. Like, we're 35 and Tyrion's 15. So we're 50. But it's split across 2 different squads with 2 different comp IDs. OJ's Hill? OJ's Hill. That's going to be wrong. That's just going to be random green. I'm good, I'm chilling. And I just refuse to play Condi. I mean, this is a bit of a generalization, but I think that NA, most groups in NA aren't as concerned with running the absolute best theory crafted comp that they can. I think there are a lot of groups in NA that run comps that they are comfortable with and that perform well, even if they're not the absolute pinnacle of comp efficiency. Whereas in EU, at least from what I've talked to people about, because I don't play a ton on EU, the meta crystallizes faster. Where as soon as people decide, quote unquote, what the best comp and the best builds are, everybody runs it. And in NA, people might be like, you know, Berserker's probably the absolute best damage right now, but here's like 3 or 4 options that are pretty close that you can also play, and then there's a little more build diversity as a result. A generalization, but a generalization that's backed up by like my own observation. I'm not casting it as like, this is true and is the state of things. I'm just saying it's something that I've observed based on my personal. And as a result of that bias, I'm also like, yeah, playing optimal comp is better, but there's other factors that influence how well you do in a world versus world fight outside of comp. And the group with the better comp does not always win a world versus world fight, even when the numbers are even. There's enough room for individual player choices, commander positioning choices, and other kinds of factors that are introduced into a world versus world fight to influence the outcome, even if comp is worse between two groups. Come on, just give me one more shade. Just one more shade. One more juice, one more shade. You have wells up, Rethus. You have wells. You have wells. Wells. Pulls into it. Ooh. There's a bunch of people going down that probably shouldn't have. I need to get out of the way. Goodbye. That isn't my squad anymore. Chris, how you doing? Yeah, comp and driver skill play the biggest parts in a group success, for sure. What I'm saying is I think there's definitely cases where a group with a worse comp can win. So if you are that ultra competitive group where you're like, I need to make sure that I'm min-maxing every single option that I have available to me, you're going to settle on the comp that everyone else thinks is the best. But if you're a group that's like, I'm just going to focus on playing well, and I'm going to focus on commanding a style of comp that I'm familiar with and that I know, you can still win fights and be a competitive group, even if you're not running the absolute pinnacle of what's considered to be the #1 meta comp. Janthier relics. This would be my last one. Done. Alright. We don't have to worry about unlocking relics anymore. And we can worry about farming our woad armor. Or like 50-50 on EU. There's a big competitive community and a very not competitive community. Okay. Yeah, I feel like NA has a more even spread. Like, there's definitely competitive groups on NA, and there's definitely not competitive groups on NA. But I think there's a lot of people in the middle who are like, we comp, and we have a plan, and we have like a goal of what we want our collection of professions in this squad to do. But it's not necessarily a meta comp. Identity crisis guilds? Yeah, I mean, that's one way to look at it. A lot of the guilds that I see doing it are guilds that are trying to make the transition from not competitive to competitive. But they're doing it in a way that kind of works for the player base that they have, rather than just going top builds on meta battle and something that I saw EU guilds running. So this is what we run now. You can't without a hard reset on everyone's mental. I'm not gonna say that you're wrong. Because I have definitely seen... I've seen a lot of guilds that try to make that pivot and end up fracturing. Because it does lead them to have an identity crisis in the guild. The two that I can think of off the top of my head are TM, the split between TM turning into PvD, and also the split for Goddle, where they split between Goddle and Sustained Chaos. Those are the two that I can think of, but honestly, both sides of those guild splits are doing fine. Like, Goddle and SC are both active communities that enjoy doing the things that they enjoyed doing in World vs. World in the first place. And I think the fact that they fractured and split in two led to a healthier guild environment for the individuals who either chose to stay or leave. And same thing with TM. I think the TM split led to a couple people in TM who were frustrated by a lack of competitiveness and wanted to improve and weren't able to do that in TM. So went to go make their own guild and honestly have done really, really well for themselves. But it's not like TM died because they left. TM just kept doing the stuff that they've always done. The next big one to watch for you, Zesh, if you're interested in these kind of things, is VIP. We did rounds with VIP on Tuesday, and it was honestly a good time. We intentionally fought them like down 5 or so that the matches would be a little closer, but it sounds like a lot of people in VIP really enjoyed doing coordinated, organized fights and want to start doing more of those. Which is good because, you know, it brings the community forward when more people are interested in doing a deeper dive into the mechanics and the processes of how World vs. World works. But it also leads to those growing pains and identity crises that you're talking about, and VIP is a massive group. So they may have difficulty with that competitive split, because I don't think everyone in the guild is necessarily on board with being competitive in the first place. Yeah, big guilds are 100% a catalyst. I just push back on the notion that those guilds inevitably die. I actually think that big guilds splitting into a slightly smaller guild and then a very small guild that's very competitive oriented is a net positive for both guilds. I think it's good to have that realignment of priorities. Not big as you mean average size? Yeah, there I can see that being a little closer. But I don't know. For the examples I listed, I think they've all come out of that relatively successfully. Well's 10, Ruthless. Well's 10. I'm gonna fear him when he comes up these stairs. Get bent, nerd. Good. You better turn back. Look at pull here. Look at pull. Just dodge once proactively. You have Wells up. Last year, they also have 12 commanders. I actually think they have more. I think it's more than 12. I think it's like 15. They take like 4 times a day. And yeah, they're definitely varying levels of competitiveness. But that's good. Like, for what their guild is, it's good that they have a diversity of tags, so that people who just want to chill and farm a memory of battle can. And people who want to get competitive can. And that they've got commanders that they can pick and follow within that organization that kind of fill those needs. They're dropping. Oh, I wish I had cooldowns. Oh, I wish I had any cooldowns for this. Ruthless is gonna lose shit with Tyrion tonight, man. Like, he is not playing with us super well tonight. The fight-oriented commanders, by the way, Chris, if you're looking for them, are Quaggan and Acheron. Those are the 2 big ones that are like, let's do some organized fights. In the ones that we did on Tuesday, I believe that Spitty, who was like their guild leader full stop, and Sienna also did a couple of rounds. But I don't know to what extent they're full-on competitive, let's do rounds, let's do organized stuff all the time. I think they were more doing it just to see what it was like. Tag score not looking great there. So, we're not like top 5. If you want to push people in competitive, you think you need more matchmaking to support it? It would definitely help. But I also don't necessarily know that World vs. World needs to become a more competitive game mode. I actually like the fact that it's a PvP sandbox. Like, you don't have to be competitive to play World vs. World. There's nothing inherently wrong with joining a PPT guild or a K-Train guild, or somebody's just open tagging to have fun, or like roam or duel or whatever. You know, playing organized in 30 isn't the only valid way of playing World vs. World, and while the matchmaking would help the experiences of those groups specifically, whatever matchmaking solution they end up pursuing is something that needs to be interesting for all different types of players to enjoy. So that everyone in the sandbox has a reason and a motivation for wanting to win in a matchup. Not necessarily winning fights, but like winning a matchup and performing well on your team and incentivizing people to work together rather than just pursuing your own group's individual goals, which is kind of the state of the game mode now. Yeah, it's basically what Zesh is saying. And it's a hard problem to solve because you have to incentivize so many different playstyles. It's hard to come up with a solution that matters to all different types of players because they all kind of want different things out of the game mode. Can't tell if he's stopping there or if he's just CC'd. God, they're so big. Like, we walked up to them and spiked and they just didn't move. It's not a great sign. We're probably gonna have like no downs contribution because we're not actually generating downs. But the skill leg is not helping either. I think I managed 50k in downs contribution, but he also might have just been like killing a random green. It does not feel like we're able to generate momentum against them right now. They're just able to stack up and bunker our hit. And it's mostly because I don't think Bomb is having a great night. Hold on, I gotta see what this guy said. I put incendiary messages in team chat and then ignored it. He likes the siege aspect and the war claw mechanics. Dude, you would go crazy for Drizzlewood. If you like Warclaw and Siege, you'd love Drizzlewood, man. It's everything you like. Without the elitist squads. And trolls. I'm not trying to be toxic, but like, consider your options. You don't have to like world versus world, it's okay. My goal is not to make everyone on the planet enjoy the world versus world. My goal is to make sure that the only people in world versus world are the people who enjoy being here. It's different. There's a difference. I just feel like fundamentally if you don't enjoy something you shouldn't be doing it. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe in the year of our Lord 2024 that's not like the free time meta, but it's my free time meta. It should be guild rewards for how well the guild does in a matchup. I don't know, man. I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, the world versus world is a team sport. I think part of the enjoyment of the game mode is trying to make it work with whoever you end up getting linked to. And if you had guild-based rewards that are like, hey, your team was ass, but you did all right, I think it disincentivizes people to work together if they know that there's guild rewards coming anyway. Like, the worst part of world versus world right now is the fact that there is zero incentive for two different guilds to work together on anything besides fighting a group that's larger. There's no incentive to do like PPT coverage, there's no incentive to have one group try and bait a fight to like hills by hitting hills to drop roamers off, there's no incentive to work coverage or do any of this other stuff. It's really just like, do you need extra bodies to win a fight? If not, then you don't need allied guilds to exist in your matchup. And that's bad. Because it's not, like, that's not part of the team score element of world versus world. Yeah, Kyoshi made it in. He will never make that mistake. Don't worry. No, I haven't, so like he won't. Tyrion's slow ass is not good. I'm not going to live. I am going to die. But then we're trying to do that with 34, and they've got like 6. So it's. Also, you like me mentioning Mac as an Alac provider? Dude, it's not me. It's, I think it was Knight. Didn't he do a Alac Mac video? Let me go see what he's been up to on YouTube. Francis John's going on a bit of a holiday? Oh man. I'm not gonna be able to watch him play Dyson Sphere. Alright, Evo. For Wars 2. Yeah, here he is. This is where I've seen the heel Alac Mac talk them up. I've seen people like talking about it, but the only footage I've seen of it so far is Knight playing it. Going up top. I have been pulled myself. They Uno reversed me. Goodbye forever. No, that was me. I was ahead of tag. It's my position here. Yeah. Yeah, that's me. Not coming back. I fucking died, man. I don't know. Maybe it's just built different. I was not talking to stream. I was shitposting in team chat. I mean, I was running back. You mean it's just faster. I am. I'm doing it. Where'd you guys get in? Oh, through this broken wall? Okay. No, I see it. I got it. I'm gonna follow Sugar Crystal. We're chilling. Ruthless, you sound mad. Can you do some breathing exercises? Like, chill out. It's stressing me out. Yeah, I know, but like, you're stressing me out. I'm just here for vibes. Yeah, I'm on tag. I'm on tag. I'm on tag. I'm here. I'm chilling. Don't worry about it. We're gonna need to drop everything. Just reach here immediately. They're wrapping around tail. I need to get off of this fucking pillar. Hello? There we go. You have Wells 25. He's gonna die there. I'm chilling. Commander, I'm still alive. I improved. Oh, he's not. I should stop ribbing him. He's not having it tonight, man. He's mad. Man's is upset. If he wasn't getting so frustrated, I would say something like, man, living and running back to tag is really bad for your average distance to tag, huh? But I think it would set him off at this point. We need like 10 more people. This is crazy. These are hard fights to win when Tyrion's not really working that well. One. Got one. Might have been their commander. Whoops. I should be on tag. That's honestly, I killed myself. I needed to be on tag. That's a positioning error. That's just me being bad. I'm going back. Oh geez, North Bay. Hold on, this is an important one, and then I'll stop typing it. Somebody said, man made a 12-page document on how to be a metaslave. That's crazy. And since I haven't advertised my stream tonight in Team Chat yet, I hit him with I make YouTube videos and Twitch streams about how to be a metaslave. Check them out at twitch.tv. Chef plays games. Self-promotion. Welcome to all new metaslave viewers. And then we're just not going to look at Team Chat anymore. I'm spending too much time in there, man. It's getting heated. I gotta unplug and I gotta work on my own positioning. I'm playing worse than I should be. I tried. Oh Lord, they coming. It's a veil. I'm just gonna kite this all the way out. Reaching. I missed a sword 4 there, but it's fine. Sword 4 doesn't remove boons. It was more important to get Nightfall down. Give me 2 shades. Give me some barrier. Give me extra barrier for this clash to get us through it. You have wells up. You have wells, Commander. Wells at our feet, wells at our feet. I'm chilling. We're still chilling. We're big chilling. I need more shades. Can I please have a second shade? I don't know. It looked like a safe place to be. I thought you were gonna try to pull them up a choke. So I dropped trail at the bottom of the stairs and then I ran up the stairs because it would punish them if they tried to fall. I will not apologize for my positioning on that. We didn't have breach or wells. There was no way we were going to bunker at the bottom of the stairs. We needed a choke. I could buff a class in World vs. World that needs help, which one would I like to see? Any thief build. Make any thief build good for groups. And then you can play all 9 professions in a competitive group-based World vs. World context. Thief is the only outlier. It doesn't even need to be just keep buffing Spectre until Spectre is a good enough support. Like, the support meta is in a pretty good place. You have 4 support professions that you can play that are all relatively viable. Just like, take Daredevil and make Daredevil a good damage profession. And then put a lid on it. You're done. You can play every single profession in World vs. World competitively. I just think Spectre's core profession mechanics are not good for... They're great for small scale because they prioritize helping like one person live. I do not subscribe to the fact that they scale well to a support per party context. Let Spectre have its little small scale niche, and then just give us a damage profession that's viable. That's danger close. He's gonna turn on this, so I'm gonna put shades like here. Just give me the 2. Breaching. He's just gonna explode there. Ooh, decent pull. I think they're going to be able to recover that, but I can at least kill this guy. I can at least kill these. Meh. I'll rally, actually. You have wells up, Ruthless? You have wells? You have wells? Wells down. Just grind it. We should just be able to target cap this at this point. Beautiful banner. I don't know why you still had it off cooldown, but I'm not gonna complain about it. The banner like 70 seconds into the fight. What the hell are you doing, man? Oh, it's a free bay. It's a free bay defense. I'm going in. I'm not afraid. This group has not previously indicated that they're interested in fighting competitively. I have no fear. Hell yeah. Dude really said I'm camping SMC waiting for prey. And then 2 minutes later said, wow, roaming is really just zerging now, huh? Like, brother, you're inside SMC. What did you think? Me trying to roam on top of SMC Lord? Man, there's a lot of people here. I wish people would respect 1v1s. Do not let him cook. He's cooking too much, man. Dude's been in the kitchen so long the fumes are getting to him. He didn't turn the range hood on. He's got a gas leak in his kitchen, man. Get him out of there. Stop him cooking. Oh. We take those. It is midnight. It's time for Fairweathers to go to bed. Catch my ass tagging down on a loss? I'd never. Bag of coins. Maybe they're typing in team chat instead of like auto running back to tag. Yeah, ask Fuka. Be like, hey, leave your alliance because they're dishonorable. Also, are you coming back for another fight? I think Rar might be done. It was good fights. It was really good fights. There's no way they can float to EPG on reset. Nobody's that blessed. Yeah, but then where is he, though? Like, it's cool that people say that in your chat, but, like, show me. Okay, we found him? Is they're behind? Yeah. Wait, enemy gamers are here. Put the ring up. Pressure the ring. Pressure the ring. Create the pressure. I'm not killing the yak. Ooh, that's a scary chug for them to push through. Breaching. No. Not me. Don't stun my ass. Don't stun my ass. I got pulled in. I'm gone. No, I'm not gone. I'm living. My commander is not living, but I'm living. Goodbye. Don't do it. Suggestion to fix Thief is to go with Group Might and Fury. Probably not necessary. Group Might and Fury is pretty easy to access. Power open with good AoE? Yeah, sure. Why not? I think it'd be interesting. Granted, I know absolutely nothing about roaming, right? So this could be just a horrible suggestion. I think it would be interesting if there was an offensive DPS profession that had access to limited stuff. Like how support scrapper has access to sneak gyro to break target. I think it would be neat if Deadeye had some kind of skill that was like 40-50 second cooldown that gave 2 seconds of stealth to 5 party members. So you can use it on a clash to break target, prevent single target focus, disrupt enemy targeting, and just kind of sow a bit of discord. But it's not stealth that's necessarily long enough to bring back like the stealth spike meta, because stealth spiking people in POF was not healthy. That could be fun. That could be a unique little niche. I do think people sleep on how effective very small amounts of stealth are. Like, Veil is very good for setting up pushes. Sneak Gyro is very good for breaking target to save people in your party who are getting focused. If a DPS profession also had access to it, it would give you a couple more interesting comping choices. That's just gonna whiff. I'm gonna put shades like here, here, and here. Rip it as they push in. And then detonate it. And they should walk into some of these. Okay, we win that clash. Can we win a second clash? Breaching, breaching, breaching. They're gonna leave their tail behind here. Yeah, he's going straight to the head. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm caught on my mode. Down. It's cool, I'll just chill. I'm just chilling. That's just rally. Flip. I'll get up. I'll get up, I'll get up, I'll get up. I'll get up. I'm gonna get up. I'm getting up. I'm up. You have Shadow Refuge that works like Veil for unlimited target cap on allies. That sounds fun. Now, if you could attach it to a DPS profession that had like a reasonable spike, that's a fun little niche for Thief to occupy. Uncapping Venoms is probably something that's like a little too strong, but at the same time, Venoms are kind of like a unique Thief thing. You could think about expanding access to those for like unstrippable and unique party buffs. Honestly, Daredevil probably does not need a lot of help to become something that's worth running in a world versus world group. You probably only need to tweak a couple coefficients and it's good to go. Because like it already gets used in GVG. You're primarily bringing it there because it has acceptable damage that also generates venoms and also helps you blast smokes, but you don't need a ton of that in an organized group context. So if you just tweak some of the coefficients a little bit, then you're probably in good shape. Preaching. How's my fire? Oh, that's not my firebrand. How are people just like instantly dying? It's the most telegraphed push on the entire planet. It feels like people do not want to play the video game right now in our squad. What? What? What do you want? Why are you saying my name? I'm on tag. You died. I'm fine. I'm chilling, man. I was fine that whole fight. You can check the distance to tag meter. Dude, I did see the Coca-Cola Oreos on sale. I refuse to try them out of principle. That sounds disgusting. Yeah, that's true. But like, I'm still not gonna try them. You can't peer pressure me into doing it. What do you mean you have an order in? You go to a store and buy them. You don't need to order them. Oh my god. Anthony, they made fizzy Coca-Cola Oreos. Yeah. Yeah. Rolling. Just eat Pop Rocks then. You don't have to put the shit in an Oreo, man. Hey, group in front, by the way, could you please focus up? They've triggered the tower defense. That's very generous of them. We have to win this. This is a must-win fight now. Actually, it's not them triggering it, it's just there's a second group inside. That timer's been there for a while. Alright, they're gonna push up a bit. Leave a couple shades on our tail to bait the push. We'll rip a couple boons out of it. And then we'll roll one here. Nightfall right side. Just avoid the dome, eat these couple. Breaching here, breaching. Good. It's too bad we also have people going down who just refuse to dodge. Oh, my breach didn't go off. I'm pogging. That's a much better breach. 10. Nope, 5. Wells are up. Dropping at our feet. Got him. This is lies. I lived, my commander died. I'm being punished for surviving. Kinda going off on strips though. Kinda cooking. Also, are Piers and Max both minstrel? They must be. That or they just both died really early. But like, I'm beating berserkers on me. They're gonna think we're cowards. But we're just refreshing. Speaking of, I could actually just play power if I... Uh-oh. Didn't mean to pull him, but also you should have stayed. Wasn't even mine. It's really hot. Red group's tightly stacked. That's raw. They're doing well. Raw's a good group. gonna be Roar again. Roar is playing really well tonight. They're not giving us good opportunities to punish mistakes that they're making. Whereas we are really badly desynced from Tyrion, and it's giving them a lot of it. I think I quite got it. Hello? All these people are overextending out of this choke. And as soon as they push through it, just rip some initial boons. 12s. Give me one more shade here. And then fear it, and then breach it. Give me one sword before I leave sword. And then give me a nice little nightfall. Nightfall. I'm following on commander. I just need to get out of the way of this. They're just gonna be able to double key now. Yeah, it's too big now. I don't know who's commanding for them tonight. Maybe Tisra? Nope, not online. Maybe Panders then? Wait, do I not even have Leafy? I don't even have Leafy. Hold on, I can fix that. I'm pretty sure he's G. Leaf? G-Leaf? Right? Nope. Alright, I'll figure out who Leafy is later. Turns out I just don't know any Rock Commander. Or rather, I don't have them on friends list. I know them, but they are not present for me to spy. But yeah, the three that I know are Tisro, Leafy, and Panders. I can re-wrench here. I don't need these on me, like, at all. I should put those in my bag. Sure. I use tuning crystals because tuning crystals are going to be bad on virtually everything. They're not in here anymore? They're not in here anymore. Oh, they're going to hills, I see them. Or the bay. Deep hills, you know. This Tempest. I have this person on my friends list. Are you in the alliance? They must be in the alliance. Ravens. Too many fucking people. They're not on the alliance. Why do I know who this person is? Oh, we'll figure it out later. Good. Convert all those. I'm just gonna hold these for a second because they're gonna re-engage off of it, and when they do, that's when we roll. Nightfall right side, circle. Get a greedy trail in there. And now we have nothing. Oh, I have barrier. Barrier kinda good enough. You have wells 8. Alright, we're getting cooldowns back. You have wells up, wells down. Bottom of the hill. Nightfall on you. Uh-oh, I'm gone. Goodbye forever. Goodbye. Never mind, I'm fine. I'm living. I tried. It is crazy that Max outstripped us there. We had a perfect rotation. How do you do that? How do you do that shit? He must have just had even better wells and breach placement than I did. We'll never be able to know. He fell out of combat. Hey, I can look at the wall. And if he was online, or if he was hiding offline, I would still be able to find him with Gleef. But I think Gleef is actually like his Twitch name and not his character name. So. We have no Zerkers. I don't know what's going on with our Berserkers tonight, but they are like not. Respectfully, they're not playing the game. Well, stop watching me do PvE streams then. Also, I'm fast as shit at skill clicking my mount, so. Do you watch me swap? It's crazy. If I could maintain that APM for like 40 minutes, I could play League. He is right though, I do skill click my mount, and I will never apologize. Fail. Fight it. Hey, you better ball. It's a little hot. You wanted to try diving the transfuse. It's just a little too much damage to do that successfully. How do I have all 3 of my shades back? Have I just not been placing them? It was fucking hot up there, huh? It's true, they did transfuse into the tree to grief our strategy. Alright, I gotta go pee. I'll be back in 30 seconds. It'll be very fast. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. Truth is, I went to go pee and say goodnight to Amanda. You're never gonna believe what she'd had on her nightstand. When she went to Walgreens, she got a pack of the Coke Oreos, so I snagged 2 of them while she was sleeping. Yeah, I did, yeah. Well, I'm gonna eat one on stream and then, like, regret my words and my deeds if it's really good. Are you about to fight? I'm gonna eat one now. Okay, I'm gonna eat one now anyway. Okay, so the Pop Rocks are kind of fun, but the Pop Rocks also last way longer than the Oreo does, so like you finish the Oreo and your mouth is still going crazy with the Pop Rocks. The taste is very bizarre. It doesn't taste like Coca-Cola, but it also doesn't taste like an Oreo. I don't know what this tastes like. It's like I'm eating a food that hasn't been invented. Oh, hold on, we gotta fight. Just hold on for a second. They're gonna come around this corner. They're gonna walk right into it. Oh. Incredible Harbinger Shroud. They had no idea. They walked right into it, man. Good stab corrupt. Use cover boons next time. Don't get pulled. You have Wells 3. Wells up. Is that a fail? What are you doing? I'm gonna be too far ahead. Get me out of there. I got pulled in. I'm gonna fucking die. Oh no. But thank you for the compliments, by the way, Tyrion. He's too shy to say it in Twitch chat, but he said I have a nice haircut in Say chat. It's true, I got my haircut like a day or 2 ago because it was too long and I couldn't handle it anymore. Okay, my mouth has finally stopped popping. I'm gonna go for the second one. I'm gonna deconstruct this one because like the top and the bottom are different colors and I wonder if they're different flavors. Okay, fucking Oreo nerd. I was gonna say that the bottom one actually just does taste like a normal chocolate Oreo. What the fuck? Dude, I'm already beating the DPS. I'm going off, man. Sully's busted. No wonder they're gonna nerf it. I don't think it's chocolate. I mean, I think it's like chocolate, but there's something else in there. There's some other kind of spice. It's like Coca-Cola spice chocolate, which I think is kind of throwing me off. Uh-oh. I was gonna do the icing, but I can't. Get me out of here. I gotta stop hitting their command. But like he's always in front. There, just hold on to this Vindy. Just maintain target on this Vindy. He's your new snipe target. That's a veil. Get out of the way. Find a new target. Sure, I'll take a hollow smith. I'm gonna start putting some perspective shades down in case they try to push. Alright, fair enough. I think they're just gonna stay there for some reason. Good. Uh-oh. Bad fear. People exploding on contact there. Nightfall. Harbinger shroud me. And then just leave. Alright, cream filling. The cream filling is where all the pop rocks are. But it also has a weird taste. It's not like Oreo cream filling. It has something else going on. It tastes closer to like cream soda, honestly. And top is definitely red velvet. It's odd. I'm sorry. I legitimately do not mean to. It's just you're always there. Let's start acquiring our target earlier to see if that'll help. Because I don't want to be the piece of shit who's like, oh, you're just stripping the commander anytime we push. That's not who I am. That's not what this channel's about. Uh-oh, that's a bad line. That's a bad pull. They failed. Barrier. God, I wish I had stability to finish casting Nightfall. Nope. I got someone on that. Yeah, Wells 5. No, we're not going to be able to get enough separation. Okay, I've eaten both of them. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I like it worse than a normal Oreo. Yeah, well, that's the problem. It's kind of a perfected cookie. There's definitely novelty value associated with the Coca-Cola Oreo, but it's not better than a normal Oreo. That's huge facts. Like, I had to stop buying them because they were not helping me be a healthy person. It's rough, man. And they are like not calorie light either. Each of those things is like 100 calories. Eat like 7 of them and you're like, wait, what the hell? They should sell a package of Oreos that's like exactly 1,800 calories, so that you can just buy that and then eat it, and that's like your calorie allotment for the day. You just don't have to eat. It's like Soylent, but it's Oreos. You know? Soylent. Do you need me to explain Soylent to you? Well, because the whole idea of Soylent is that you can just buy a thing of Soylent and it has like all of your nutrients for the day, and then you just drink that and you don't have to eat. So they should make like Soylent, but it's Oreos. You just eat like your entire DV of calories for the day in Oreos. It's just take like a vitamin or something, man. Flintstones vitamin and like 12 Oreos, it's all you have to eat in a day. It's the life. Or like a one-a-day men's, yeah. Get over here, Knight. Dude, he's just practicing his auto attack rotation. He didn't even see us coming. Poor guy. I feel like this is going to be Ruthless tagging down very well, since Rara is now done. Dude, I love checking Discord right before I'm about to switch activities to make sure nobody needs me, and seeing 0 DMs and seeing... I love it. Don't try and talk to me about nothing. Thanks for taking. $145? No, I'm just going to Armis. Okay. Let me just whisper Ruthless really quick. No, that's not Ruthless. You need to whisper. And then we're gonna go map count.